Hi guys, right, I'm just going to show you a couple of 3A level questions, see how you go with that, something for you to refer to if you will. This one's a tricky one, quite dodgy, not easy, okay. Unknown structure, C10H12O, high degree of unsaturation suggests a benzene ring, 1O in it would suggest an aldehyde or a ketone, not an alcohol group. Those are special cases which I will hope to quickly sort out with you if I can. But it gives this quite fancy spectrum here with the idea that the doublet at 3.7 would normally be at 2.7. So that doublet there would normally be shifted to the right and overlap the one that's already there. So they've moved it to that way to pull it apart, but it would normally be over the top of that. Nasty, okay, nasty. Anyway, let's break this down. Let's do the easy stuff first. Okay, I'm going to leave these two asterisk things till the end because they're a bit of a pain in the backside. Okay, but I've sent you the packs and I've sent you the questions, so you got, if you want to get your head around it, that's absolutely fine. 3 here, down the bottom end, HCr, integration of 3, split into a triplet, suggests to me a CH3 joined to a CH2, splitting that into a triplet. Okay, these two we'll leave just for a minute. Okay, go down to 6 to 8, 4 in a sometimes shown as just a load, like a sort of a zig, a sort of a, not as defined as that, but it's integrated to 4. That's the integration value there in black. These are just numbers to help you correlate. That one, 4, 6 to 8, aromatic. Okay, and the fact it integrates to 4, right, multiplet you might get in the actual spec, suggests straight away one thing to me. We'll have a look. Then you've got these two right up here, got to be aldehydes, 9 to 10, H joined to a C, directly joined to a double bond O. Now, where it gets nasty, these here, which are supposed to be in the same place, but we're only actually looking at the region of 2 to 2.7. Okay, now where do we find that? The trouble is with that region of 2 to 3 is it could be down to two things. It could be down to H joined to a C double bond O, or it could be benzene ring, H is joined to a C joined to a benzene ring, because they are both possibilities. Both of them can overlap, both of them interfere a little bit with each other. So let's stick to the facts before we try and unravel that, because the splitting will help us. So if you're asking me where to start, I think you should start here. Benzene ring, definitely there's a benzene ring in it. Okay. Then, does the benzene ring have any substitutions? It's telling me that and they are sort of equivalent. You tend to get this. It looks pretty symmetrical, those 4 there. And there's only 4 in the same environment. That suggests, which we covered before, that it's di-substituted, giving me 4 in the middle. Now, the backup to that is this. If it's di-substituted, this immediately gives me this region here. Now, it appears that I've got 2 protons in a region that could be down to that or that. So it's almost like lumping them together, those. Right? So 2 split into 3. Split into 4 by 3. 2 protons could be joined to a benzene ring. That will put it in the right place because I've got to put something there, and then split into a quartet, those 2, indicating that there must probably be 3 adjacent protons, maybe a methyl group at the end, which would then subsequently be split into a triplet by the 2 adjacent to it. In other words, all that waffle means that Okay, so that sorts that. Sorts one of those. Okay, now let's go to, so I've done, okay, and we've sorted that. So let's have a look at the, now that suggests to me that there is one proton, right, stuck on an aldehyde group, okay. That one proton is joined to a carbon, okay, and that carbon must have upon it 2. Okay, so aldehyde group there, that will give me 1. Joined to a carbon, that carbon must have 2 on it. Now, the chemical shift of that ticks that box there, the 2 protons, okay, there. That or that corresponding to that. I've dealt, okay? So, what I'm saying is, split into 2, 1 adjacent should be there, so there you go, that's your structure. Confusing with these two, not particularly pleasant. Okay, but a toughie, all right, but hopefully it'll help.